Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Podcast Babes live IG interviews for the anthology that we have written together. We are interviewing another set of amazing authors. So excited to interview them today to talk a little bit about what we have been up to and about our workshop that we have coming up this weekend, where there will be keynote speakers, there will be interviews, and we will be talking all about our chapters and how to turn pain into power and giving you real tools, insights, tips on how to get through whatever it is that you're going through and to turn it into power. And I am on fire, guys, because I was at UPW, Tony Robbins UPW, all weekend. And little known fact, a lot of the women that are in this anthology, in the Podcast Babes, we met in UPW Dallas 2023. So it just felt really good to be home and to really be around powerful women in the way that we got started. So let us get our first podcast babe on here. Let's see, here we go. Let me get her to go live with us. I see you. Hello, beautiful. And I see some other beautiful pod. Thank you. Let's see. I sent you the invite, my dear. Perfect. Hi. Hi, gorgeous lady.
Hi, Chad. How are you?
Good, my love. How are you doing today?
I am great. Thank you. I'm so excited.
I am so excited too. We are getting closer and closer to our book launch date, and I am so excited about this and so excited for everyone to hear more about you and your story.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. It's been such a wonderful journey with this book, and I am just so happy and excited to read everybody. I can't wait for everybody to just read everybody's stories. So it's good.
Yes, it's going to be so much fun. And I know in your chapter, you actually wrote a lot about things that you have learned also from Tony Robbins. You were at Dallas 2023.
Yes, and that's actually how I found this group. I was in Dallas 2023 live, and I met your clan there, and we did the firework and everything together. So she was like, "Hey, I have this group, would you be interested in joining?" I'm like, "Of course." So I'm so glad she invited me. It's been amazing since then.
I am so glad that she invited you too, because you have been such an amazing podcast babe. You've been so supportive. You've helped to run meetings. You've been a supporter on our podcast, on my podcast, getting interviewed, and really just been such a great team member, because we are a community and team in Podcast Babes.
Yes, definitely a community, and thank you for all you do for the.
Aw, thank you so much. So I loved reading your chapter. I think that, your chapter, so little tip to our audience members, we organized the stories into different themes. And your chapter is it's very empowering. And I think that what you talk about is definitely something that a lot of us go through. And if you could take us to a particular moment in your chapter, just give us a little tidbit, a little insight about some moment where you started to feel your pain and your struggle turning into power.
Of course. So for me, it wasn't like a sudden thing. It was more gradual. A lot of things keep happening. You know how you go through a phase in life, right? Becoming a daughter, like trying to learn about yourself, becoming a wife and being a mom, right? You go through all those phases in life. For me, it was just gradual. Like it's just this thing that keep coming. I keep ignoring it. Nagging on me. I keep ignoring it until I became a mom. Right? I was like, okay, I cannot ignore this anymore. Right? It's like, how can you be wanting somebody to be great, right? but you yourself are not what you are.
Mm.
As a mom, you learn that your kids are not learning from what you're telling them. They are learning and doing what you're doing. So I was like, I cannot raise this person to be a global citizen when I am not modeling it for her, right?
Yeah.
So that's when it actually clicks.
I love that. I love that so much because it's true. Kids are like little sponges,
Yeah,
and they don't do what you say. They do what you do.
very true. Very, very true. Yes. Yes.
And I love that, she has you as a role model to be learning these teachings and then really implementing that into your life. That is so special, and I love that about your chapter. And I actually even noticed, little side note, I noticed this particular UPW, and I don't know if this has always been the case, but there were a lot of kids at
Mm,
this UPW, and I was like, isn't that interesting? And I
yeah.
thought to myself, like, how lucky are they to get these teachings at such an early age, right?
Yes. And we talked about it when we went to with my sister-in-law because I went with her and we are like, imagine if somebody grew up with these teaching by the time they are teenagers, are
Yeah.
actually doing stuff, how much impact their life will be. So I'm
Yeah.
glad to have a lot of kids there. I like that.
Yes, I was really impressed. And in fact, another little side note story is that I actually had Tony Robbins in my life at the age, I think it was like 12 or 13,
Okay.
because my stepdad ordered his tapes from the infomercial.
Oh,
And I don't think he ever listened to them, but I did.
well, see, that says a lot about what your life has become. I love.
Yeah, they really helped. And I just, if Tony Robbins ever watches this, I just want to apologize to you because I would steal the tapes. And I think that my stepdad actually mailed them back to get his money back because he never listened to them. So I think he got a batch back that didn't have some of the tapes in it.
Hey, but it was all for a good cause. So
Yes, it was.
I love
I,
it.
I paid him back with UPW ticket
Yeah,
money. So.
exactly. I love it. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about your chapter. When you were writing it, was there anything that came up for you in terms of like, how do I tell this story? Was there any resistance there about like what to tell or how to tell it, or anything about kind of pushing through any resistance?
Oh yes, definitely. It was always that fear of like, what am I putting out in the world? Like people see it, right? And how will they perceive me, right? That was the big fear, right? But then, with all the encouragement I got from the group, not just, but we all got so much support, right? So much feedback. So, but also I just keep going back to my why. Why am
Mm,
I, right? And of course I want my story to be hard that I go back to. But the main reason is I want somebody to hear the story, right? And it can be inspiration to somebody somewhere to help them be better, do better, right? Just
yeah.
inspire somebody.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
It reminds that reasons come first, right? And then how you do it comes second.
And yeah.
And so I love that you really got in touch with your why to get past that resistance.
Yeah.
And I think that's so big for anybody. Like, that's a big tip for anything. It doesn't have to even just be for a book. If you have anything that you want to accomplish in your life, you have to go back to like, why do I really want this?
Hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's very true. Yeah.
So when you were writing your chapter, did you have any kind of like rituals or things that helped you to write to get it out?
Yeah, so my thing is like, so I'm not really a morning person, but I've started practicing Miracle Morning. right? Way before. So I tend to wake up early and just do my thing. So I'll wake up early and then I'll just sit and kind of jot it down what I want to say, how I want to say it, right? So that was that actually helped me. Once I have that outline down, then it was just going in and chilling. But try just waking up early, doing my process, and just sitting down in quiet place, writing. And I actually enjoyed the writing process, which was shocking, right? So yes, that was my thing. Just that early morning, just sitting down, taking my thoughts out, organizing later. So it was, yeah, I enjoyed the process.
That's so interesting. It's funny because I'm a night owl. So I did the opposite.
Yeah.
So instead of writing in the morning, like my best inspiration comes at like 3 a.m. I'm like one
Oh
of those
wow.
weirdos that like I can be up in the morning and I can make myself get into state in the morning, but I'm one
Mhm.
of those people. I could be tired all day long and have only an hour or two of sleep, and then all of a sudden like 12 midnight hits, 1 a.m. hits, 3 a.m. and I'm like, let's go.
That is funny.
Yeah. So that's when I wrote my chapter. So it's interesting to hear like you had the mornings and I would like come alive at nighttime.
Yes, yes, definitely.
I love that. And so as you wrote your chapter, I feel like a lot of us had like this therapeutic experience with it, right? And it changes the way that you kind of show up for yourself and show up for the world. Like I feel so much better that I got it out and the
Hmm.
way that I told it, and it makes me feel so much more empowered about that story, where as before I wouldn't say that I felt disempowered, but I wasn't really like extracting the juice out of it, right? Like it felt like, I don't know, unfinished business, maybe, I guess you could say. So for you, do you feel like this chapter kind of like changes the way that you're showing up for yourself or for others?
Yes, and I feel like it helps me actually just slow down, right? And just kind of be in the moment because it's intentional make me slow down and just kind of realize all my efforts, right? Because we just tend to brush past things and just keep going. But going through the chapter, doing my story, just reflecting on, wow, I have come a long way, right? And just appreciating that moment. So just now, just being appreciating where I am, right, before moving forward, just that part of me, right? So it kind of forces me to slow down a little. Yeah.
I love that. I love, I mean, I also feel like sometimes slowing down is a good thing, right? Like I've been making more of a conscious effort to be present. There was a part in UPW that we talked about in terms of eating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like JJ Virgin came on and she was talking about how like make every bite count, and she was talking about how different cultures they're more present when they eat. So
Yeah.
that's something that I'm taking on for myself too. So I'm going to take that tip
True.
in with me. Yes.
That's
I love
right.
it.
Yeah.
So when people read your chapter, right, and they're like going through your journey, what do you want them to do next with what it is that you're giving them?
Okay. So again, it's just about intention, and so I want people to be intentional about their growth journey, right? Because the thing is, like, don't wait for life events to force you to grow. So growth is going to happen anyway if you take it in your hands and do it according to your time. You build that muscle. So when that life event happens, it's not a drastic shift, right? So I really want people to just sit and consider their growth and their personal journey, right? And most of the time we're resistant to growth because we don't want to become a new person. But growth is not about being a new person, it's just about becoming a better version of who you intended to be. So I really want them to just be intentional about their growth and just be in environments that allow them to grow. And if you can find it, find a tribe like the podcast babes, right? Come join us because we have very intentional women in our group that just help you grow, cheer you on, show you the way so you can grow as a person.
I love that so much. I definitely agree, right? Like, you're either gonna take it on, right, and
Mhm.
go with the flow and continue to grow, or the universe may take you kicking and screaming.
Yeah. And that's
Right?
what we don't want. We don't want the kicking and screaming. We want to be ready for it.
Yes, absolutely. I think that that's why intentionality, like you're saying, is so important. And I think that what you're saying too about community is also so important. That's something that we um, talk about at UPW. And what's so beautiful about, like you're saying, Podcast Babes community and UPW, because if it wasn't for us as women going to seek out intentionally
Hmm.
growth and intentionally saying, hey, I need to level up my game and be around women who are up to something,
Yes.
we never would be here creating this book and making the impact that we want to make, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's so important. I love that. And, if you don't have a community, come borrow ours.
Yes. Yeah. And this is from experience. Like you are going to meet phenomenal ladies and that are just willing to share and help you cheer you on. And sometimes we just need that, right? You need that push. You need that people to be in your corner helping you move along. So yes.
I agree. And I definitely think that that's what this book is about. I know that's what it's about. It's about us women collectively being in each other's corner and then sharing it, right? Sharing it with the world, saying, hey, we're in your corner too. We have been through these things. Here are the tips. Here's the tricks. Here are the inspiring stories. Here are the habits that we created, the mindset shifts that we had that can help you so that you don't have to figure it out on your own, right?
Exactly. Yes.
I love it. And so, you guys, if you want to see more of Sohna, you want to come to our launch on October 18th, where
Yes.
you will see more of Miss Sohna Jaye.
Yes.
Miss Sohna Jaye, I love you so much. I
Thank
can't wait
you.
to hear more of your story on our launch, and I cannot wait for the podcast babes to share more of your story, for the women who are coming in as new podcast babes to
Yes.
hear and read about your story. So come join us on October 18th. It's going to be so much fun. You have
It,
so much juiciness in your chapter. I really think it's a good one. It's very empowering. So come join us, and I will talk to you later.
all right.
And
Thank you.
you're welcome, honey bunches. And stay tuned because we are going to be on with another author. We have two more tonight. So I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
I love this process, and I just thank you so much, Sohna. You're the
Thank
best.
you. I love you. You're amazing.
You're amazing. I love everything that you're up to, and you inspire me so much with your children and the way that you are raising them and bringing the tools that you're learning into their life. So, kudos to you, my love.
Thank you. Thank you. You're the best.
All
Uh,
right, podcast babes and IG Live fam, tune in, and we will be right back.